While negative self talk can lead to stress and self doubt, based on the law of polarity, everything has an opposite, up and down, in and out, positive and negative. We must have both. And the beautiful thing about this law is our ability to choose. We have the ability to choose which side of the pole we pick and spend time in. And the side that we pick often is our habit. If our habit is to always look for the negative in situations, circumstances, or people, we automatically have negative self talk. Hello, and welcome to another episode on Super Entrepreneurs Podcast. I'm your host, Shahid Durrani. Do you ever notice feeling trapped in a web of negative thoughts at times, feeling tense with the continuous stream of these unwanted thoughts? You're not alone. We are all experiencing these moments of negativity. But what if I told you there's a better way or a way to break free from this cycle and reshape your outlook on life and business? Today, we will look into the world of self talk and how they shape our deep rooted beliefs and influence our emotions and direct our behavior. These internal conversations can be both our best friends and worst enemies. Positive self talk can provide us assurance and motivation, while negative self talk can lead to stress and self doubt. Based on the law of polarity, everything has an opposite, up and down, in and out, positive and negative. We must have both. And the beautiful thing about this law is our ability to choose. We have the ability to choose which side of the pole we pick and spend time in. And the side that we pick often is our habit. If our habit is to always look for the negative in situations, circumstances, or people, we automatically have negative self talk. We are conditioned to have negative self talk. But on the flip side, if we have a habit of looking for good in situations, circumstances, or people, we automatically have positive self talk. However, to get there, we are required to become aware of the negative objectively and invest our energy in the positive. Over time, it becomes automatic. This process requires our will to be engaged consciously. Using our will, we deliberately focus on the positive pole, regardless of what is happening on the outside. This is an art that can be learned, and the benefits are transformative. Let's explore the power of self talk and further uncover the difference between positive self talk and negative self talk, helping you understand how our internal dialogue affects our overall well being and the well being of our business. See, those inner conversations shape our beliefs, influence our emotions, and directly impact our behavior. The repeated self talk eventually becomes a fact because they get impressed upon our subconscious mind. It's like the software that runs the hardware of our bodies. Positive self talk can provide motivation, inspiration, and guidance towards our worthy ideal. It's our own cheerleader within, pushing us to take on challenges with a can do attitude. However, negative thinking, which is born from our negative self talk, that voice we hear right before we try to step out of our comfort zone, can derail our positive outlook, which leads to stress and hinder our personal growth. Just think back to a situation when you heard the negative voice before taking on a task that was outside of your comfort zone, but you had to do the task for your business. How was the quality of that task? Were you feeling empowered or disempowered? You just wanted to get it done. Your heart wasn't into it. This has a tremendous impact on the quality of what we do. Let's look at the patterns of negative thinking. The most common pattern is personalization. When you tend to blame the when you tend to take the blame for everything that goes wrong in your life, believing that you are the cause of your problems, it can become super heavy on us. I was really bad with this pattern. I would assume the results of my actions would be negative via my self talk. I would hear the inner critic saying, "You can't do this. You never did this before. Remember how you failed the last time?" That is what I would expect. And behold, I would reinforce the negative thinking by producing what I was expecting, and my self talk would say, "See, I told you." I personalized everything in my life. It was automatic. I was focused, I was fused into that reality within, and that's the only reality I knew. I had no idea about my ability to transcend my negative self talk and replace it. Another pattern is our focus on the negative, the habit of looking for the bad in everything unconsciously, a persistent habit that doesn't even allow us to notice the positive aspects. You simply magnify all the bad and have blinders for the good. Let's look at an example. Say you have a sales team in your organization and their performance is not meeting your expectations. You automatically see the economy as being the issue, or maybe see the competition as being the issue. It's an automatic filter towards the negative. The positive self talk could be to see an opportunity to work on the foundation of what makes the sales team perform, what makes them behave in the way that they behave, or an opportunity to shift the consumer perception of your product or service. When you train your mind to pick the positive pole in any given situation, you elevate the level of solutions that you are able to come up with. The more you practice this, the stronger it gets. So the best time tested practical step that I could share today that will help you pick the positive pole more often, which you can start doing immediately, is to simply become aware of your thoughts. Shine the light of awareness onto the negative or positive thought without judgment. Please do not be hard on yourself. It's okay. No need to punish yourself for the negative. Based on the law, it must exist. Just become aware of it objectively. Imagine you hired a consultant for your mind and they are looking at your thoughts objectively to understand. After becoming aware, invest in positive self talk. Immediately after becoming aware, conduct a series of positive self talk that result in better solutions. Keep doing this back and forth, meaning once you become aware of the negative thought, start positive self talk and then continue to be aware of any other negative thought that pops up and do the same thing. Keep doing this back and forth. The key is to not get emotionally connected to the negative thought that pops up. Just know that it's just a habit of limitations trying to weaken you, and habits can be changed so you are more empowered in your journey. Other ways to reframe those thoughts and steer them in a more positive direction would be to surround yourself with positivity. You must have heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's true. Surround yourself with positive people who can help you lift your spirits and influence your self talk for the better. And meditate, daily journaling regarding all the things that you are currently grateful for in the now. Affirmations are great, and so is exercising. But remember, consistency is where the magic is. And when you are facing a challenge, do the same thing. Become aware of the challenge without emotionally connecting to it. And find humor in it if possible, as laughter is the best medicine. Search for the good in it. Based on the law, everything must have a good and a bad in it. Just depends on what we are looking for, my friend. So, mastering self talk is an ongoing journey. By making the above steps part of your daily life, you will manage stress more effectively. You will experience less anxiety and boost your self confidence. This is not an overnight transformation, it requires your committed decision and determination. Best part of all this is that you will strengthen your will to unimaginable heights. And we all know how powerful our will can be. I appreciate your time today. And keep in mind, your self talk can be your best friend or worst enemy. The choice is yours. See you next time, and wishing you a more effective and fulfilled journey.